Today, we're going to take a look at how to take a quadratic equation given to you in standard form and convert it to vertex form, which is often really useful if what you need to know is the maximum and the minimum, i.e. the vertex, or if what you need to do is graph it. Let's take a look. So we're going to work with this equation today. And first, let's just establish our terms. Standard form is this form we're looking at right here, where we have an ax squared, a bx, and a c. And what we want to do is get it into vertex form. And the parent form of that is a times x minus h squared plus k, where h comma k is our vertex. All right, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to separate our two x terms from our number term. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this coefficient of the x, and we're going to pull it out of both of our x terms. All right. The next thing we're going to do is called completing the square. If you've never completed the square before, take a look at any of these two videos here. Otherwise, let's go ahead and continue. We'll remember that we go to our b term here and divide it in half and square it, and then we add it inside the parentheses. Now, at this stage, we have changed our equation. We've added something. So we need to then subtract the same thing so that we remain balanced. But here's the key. We didn't just add 25. We added 25 inside the parentheses, which means we added 4 times 25, or 100. And therefore, that's what we have to subtract outside the parentheses. Now we're going to condense some stuff. The whole reason we completed the square is so that we could write it in x minus h squared form. So that looks like, and then when we do minus 100 plus 101, we're left with, and that is converting from standard form to vertex form. And that tells us that our vertex is at 5, 1. Now let's examine that for a second. Why isn't it negative 5? Because the form of vertex form says x minus h, where h is the coordinate of our vertex. So x minus 5, where 5 is the x coordinate of our vertex. Now, on the other side here, we have plus k, where k is the y coordinate, plus 1, where 1 is the y coordinate. Okay, the hack version of this is the x coordinate is the opposite of what it looks like here, right? X minus 5, it looks like negative 5, but it's 5. The y coordinate is exactly what it looks like here. By the way, that's the same thing in terms of translations. This minus 5, you would think that means 5 in the negative direction toward negative infinity or to the left. But in fact, that's a horizontal translation of 5 to the right, the opposite of what you might think. Whereas this right here, the vertical translation plus 1, that sure feels like it should go 1 up. And indeed it does. Okay, take a look at these other videos on my Algebra 2 playlist. In the comments, leave anything that you would like to see a video on, and consider subscribing to my channel so that you know when I put out a new video. And as always, keep on mathing.